What is good, everybody? It's Big Game James. I'm back in these streets. Back in these streets. So, obviously, we know what happened yesterday. Cowboys Rams played in their first preseason game. I know y'all got the lowdown from 3,552 content creators, so I know y'all know all about these Cowboys Rams. Y'all got every video. Y'all got everything that a Cowboys fan wants because there's so many people out there doing Cowboys content create. But guess what? You heard it from them, but you ain't heard it from me. So that's the difference. So that's why we're going to do this. So I was going to do a show real quick on the game, but I don't care about that game at all. So what I'm going to do, 53-man roster off the top of the dome piece, right off the top of the dome, 53-man roster. I ain't have nothing else to do, so why not? So let's jump right into it. My 53-man roster off the top of the head, freestyle, boom, boom, bam. All right, so let's go with the quarterback position. Obviously, the most important position out there. This video may go a little bit longer, but please watch the whole damn thing because it's a good video. So, quarterbacks. Dak Prescott, obviously, we know he's not going anywhere. Well, at least for this year. Dak Prescott, he's in the building. So, Cooper Rush, I think Cooper Rush makes the team just because they like him. He's a veteran. You saw the nice little pass to Jalen Brooks. I think Cooper Rush, he's won some games for you. You feel confident in that. He's won games for you. When Dak Prescott went out, that we were all wondering if Cooper Rush could ever win a game, and he proved he could. So, obviously, it wasn't just him. Defense, a lot of things played into part, but you don't feel bad about Cooper Rush. Trey Lance. That's the elephant in the room. I was watching Twitter, and everybody just was dissing Trey Lance left and right. You know, I had some talks about Trey Lance, playing with the front office, doing the hating on them for, trading a fourth-round pick. But I just like to talk trash. But at the end of the day, I like Trey Lance. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, I understand that he didn't have the greatest day. Obviously, we know his running ability. You can see that right there. The best evaluation that anybody gave on Trey Lance to me was Brian Baldinger and Steve Smith at halftime of that game. If you can ever go back to that and watch that, please do. They gave the best analysis of Trey Lance, especially Baldinger. Said he doesn't throw with anticipation. Tries to throw it to the receiver when he gets to his spot. We know that doesn't work in the NFL. Holds the ball too long. Hasn't had enough reps. People are getting mad at saying he hasn't had enough reps, but he hasn't. 17 career starts. Dak Prescott had 49 games, 33 career starts in the SEC. Big time competition. So when Dak came in 2016, when Romo went down and Kellen Moore went down, Dak was more prepared. Even though his passing wasn't where it is now, he was more prepared because he played in great competition. He had many starts. So he was ready for this. Trey Lance went to North Dakota State, 17 starts, they said 4 games of only 200 yards passing. That was a hell of a reach. Y'all just were wrong. He probably wasn't a first-round talent. Okay, but I feel like he's still a talent. And I like Trey Lance. And I think he got more comfortable as the game went on. And I think, let's just hold out. I think those 3 make it. And I'm just not throwing away the Trey Lance experiment. A lot of people are hating, saying he's not even an NFL quarterback. I beg to differ. I've seen plenty of NFL quarterbacks in this league worse than Trey Lance. Facts. Okay? So I'm cool with Trey Lance. I know it was a little uneven performance, but I ain't tripping on him. So you got your 3 QBs. Running back, Ezekiel Elliott, Rico Dowdell, Royce Freeman, Malik Davis, Deuce Vaughn. I'm only taking Ezekiel Elliott, and I ain't happy about that. I know a lot of people say he's going to turn up and show a lot of other people different things. That's fine. If he does, it's great. I don't believe it, though. Sorry. I'm not believing it. I don't believe he has that juice anymore. I believe that, he looks a lot better than last couple of years because he wasn't healthy. I don't think he has that juice anymore. And when that offense gets bogged down and he can't really escape from defenses or do anything like that, I think you'll see it. Rico Dowdell, he's got some juice. He doesn't have the long speed. He doesn't have the 4.3 speed, the 4.4 speed, but he's got that quick burst, and I like that. Only problem is I can't trust you, Rico Dowdell. You're a hurt guy. And I can't trust you. I like you. I liked you last year, but you got hurt again. So can't trust you. But I do like you as a player. Not explosive, but good enough. Ezekiel Elliott, ground and pound. We know that's what he is. Royce Freeman, sorry, I don't think you make the team. Except if it's special teams. Malik Davis, no. I think that experiment's over. Deuce Vaughn, I get it. Y'all drafted him. You should have never drafted him last year. That was the wrong draft pick. You had plenty of running backs last year that you could have drafted besides Deuce Vaughn. I know what he did at Kansas State. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just feel like the Cowboys know how to put a roll on him. And I just feel like he's not going to make any kind of impact with this team because I don't feel like the Cowboys are going to use him. So, sorry. I'm cool. And I heard Stephen Jones talk glowingly of Royce Freeman, but he's hurt. Now, I just don't feel like Royce Freeman is going to have any kind of impact with the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, they need a guy that can really get out there and make some noise. Snoop Connor, Nathan Peete, fast guys, but they're rookies and ain't nobody. I'm sorry that I don't see it. So I see two running backs in Ezekiel Elliott and Rico Dowdell. I don't see these other guys, and I think they should go out there and try to find them a fast guy. I think Dalvin Cook's still out there. I think they said something about your boy from Carolina. Can't remember his name. So hopefully those will be options. Fullback. Where you at? Hunter Luepke. That's it. That's all I need to say. I think Hunter Luepke is a great addition to the team. Let's go to receivers. Receivers. We know CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Jalen Tolbert. I was surprised. Jalen Tolbert's big claps for you, dog. Third year. You got to turn up this year, though, because people really need to see what you're about. But the fact that you're sitting out, that should show something. It's your time to shine. Third year is what we know what you're really about. So your time to shine, big dog. I picked you in my mock draft numerous times. So I believe in you. After those three, I'm going to go with Kevontae Turpin, return guy. Fast guy, jitterbug guy. Let's get him in some packages. I like Turpin. Then we got Jalen Brooks. I love Jalen Brooks. I liked him last year. Obviously, he was rookie. Second year, you saw the big catch downfield. He has strong hands, great size. I love everything about Jalen Brooks. I think he's a silky smooth receiver. He's on the team. Then I think the biggest thing, because I think they keep 6 receivers, Jalen Cropper or Ryan Flournoy. Jalen Cropper's been the darling of camp. Flournoy has shown some hella athleticism. I can't remember if Jalen Cropper was drafted or if he was undrafted. If he's undrafted and Ryan Flournoy is drafted, Flournoy is going to be on the roster. Okay? Flournoy, because he's a draft pick, is on the roster. Cropper, hopefully, if they cut him, he goes through waivers. You pick him back up. He's special teams. He's a Swiss Army knife guy. He can bring a lot of things to you. But I think Flournoy, because he's the draft pick, he gets on the team. Okay? So that's 6 receivers right there. Right? So we got 3 quarterbacks, 2 running backs, 1 fullback, 6 receivers. Let's jump at the tight end. Tight end. We know about Ferguson. We know he ain't changing. We know he's going to be a dog this year. I've been saying it. You know, all these people want to take credit for Jay Ferguson. I'm going to have to take a lot of credit him because I was at the Senior Bowl when he was at the Senior Bowl. I saw him specifically, made plenty of videos about him, had him in my mock draft 3 times. I said, Fergie is the guy that Cowboys need to draft. So now I hear a lot of people, jumping on trains with Tyler Guyton and say, oh, if you wasn't on this train, don't get on it now. And a lot of people act like they was on the Fergie train. Y'all wasn't. I was. Sorry. Gotta take that one because I got the proof in the pudding. But Fergie's my dog. Let's go. Schoonmaker is not my dog, but he was drafted in the 2nd round. He ain't going nowhere, right? He ain't going nowhere, right? So I'm not impressed with Schoonmaker. Blocker, that's it. He ain't doing nothing with this team. He ain't going to do nothing great with this team, in my opinion. Nothing. He's like the old Jason Witten school. We need them young guys. We need them athletic guys. And that's why I bring up John Stevens Jr. He was the guy that's supposed to be on the roster last year, got hurt, tore up his knee. Everybody was loving him. He was the darling. I just feel like he played in this game. This past game against the Rams looked okay. He brings athleticism. He used to be a former receiver. Cowboys need more athleticism at the tight end position he makes because everybody loved him last year, and I feel like that carries over for this year, so I think he gets a pass. Peyton Hendershot, no. I was really on Peyton Hendershot when he first came in with Fergie. I thought those would be the two combo, but he's just too inconsistent. 1 minute, great catch. Next minute, drop. Just the same thing after 3 years. You got to move on. So I think they just keep 3 tight ends and Ferguson, Schoonmaker, and John Stevens. I don't think nobody else makes it. And I think you need to go short in the tight end and go longer everywhere else. Now let's look at the offensive line. Offensive line, I'm going to say I'm going to go 10 right here because I put the numbers up. So Terrence Steele, 1. Zach Martin, 2. Brock Hoffman, 3. I don't want him to be the starter. Tyler Smith, 4. Chuma, 5. Don't want him to be the starter. Then you got Tyler Guyton. I want him to be the starter at the left tackle. We saw it. Chuma already got an injury. We all saw Tyler Guyton, right? I like Guyton when we did our draft show on the final word, okay? Now, I wasn't head and shoulders on Tyler Guyton. I wasn't, Tyler Guyton. That wasn't me. But I did like him on the draft show. I saw the potential, the size, the potential. It was there. And when we saw him in that game, you couldn't get nothing but excited. But you saw the athleticism. You saw the size. He has everything to be great. It's up to him. He could be great. Him and Tyler Smith could be the bookends for the left side for the next 10 years. Facts. So you got Tyler Guyton. Should be the starter in my opinion. Just let him hit the ground running. TJ Bass, Cooper Beebe. Cooper Beebe showed power, right? Them snaps look good to me. What are we worried about? Because Brock Hoffman was a rookie last year, and he's undrafted. I'm going with a drafted guy who played in tough conference, got more power, bigger, stronger. I'm going with him. And you drafted him in the top 4 draft picks. So he got to play, in my opinion. Can't be sitting the bench. Brock Hoffman, we love you. You're a great backup, though. You're not a starter, in my opinion. You're a great backup. Somebody gets hurt, you can plug in that center, you can plug in that guard. That's why you need a Brock Hoffman. You need that depth. So as I was saying, Brock Hoffman, you're a backup. I like you, though. Sim Richards, I like Sim Richards. I liked him last year as a rookie. But he's a nice guy. He needs to get a nasty streak. He needs to get a mean streak. Too many times I've seen him get pushed around. I don't know what's about him. Just got to get nastier because I think he got the talent. So let's name our 10 guys and then move on. So once again, we got Terrence Steele, Zach Martin, Brock Hoffman, Tyler Smith, Chuma Dunga, Tyler Guyton, TJ Bass, Cooper Beebe, Sim Richards, Nathan Thomas. That's 10, right? How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's 10 right there. So that's what I'm going with. Terrence Steele gotta be better. So I'm gonna go with 10 on the offensive line. Then we go to the defensive line. D-Law, of course. Chauncey Golston. Mozzie Smith played better. He did play better. I think Mike Zimmer's working with that hand placement, is really doing a great job with Mozzie Smith. He's still learning, but the potential shows a little bit of potential. I'm not going to get too geeked up, but hey, you were doing your position. You were holding the blocks. You were breaking off, getting the tackles. That's what you want to do. Carl Davis, he's a big dude. Carl Davis is a big guy. And what was he doing? He was plugging. That's what we want. We want you to plug. So I still think the defensive tackle position, you need another veteran, maybe another veteran defensive tackle, because Mozzie got gassed a little bit. He played hella snaps in Michigan, but it looked like he was a little gassed. Maybe that works, but I don't trust Mozzie Smith and just Carl Davis as the defensive tackles. That's just me. And then you got Justin Rogers, who's your rookie. Rogers got some good size and he plays with some good power, but I'm sorry, I'm not trusting the 7th-round draft pick as your guy. Nah, not doing it. So, then you got Osa Ogadozua. Love him. Michael Parsons. You already know about that. Fehoko. I just don't think he's it, but I think they keep him just so they can see him one more year because he's a draft pick and they just ain't going to throw him away. So I think he makes the roster just because of that. But I ain't seen nothing from Fehoko to really inspire hypeness. And then also Marshawn Nealon, who is to me a D-Law clone. Not going to really get a lot of sacks in the NFL, but he's going to be a stout guy at the point of attack. He's going to be able to play that run like no other, and he'll be able to get pressures. Does he get a lot of sacks? I don't know about that, but he has got everything else, and his motor is on a million, and I love that. So we're talking about the D-line. D-Law 1, Chauncey Golston 2, Mozzie Smith 3, Carl Davis 4, Osa Ogadozua 5, Fehoko 6, Michael Parsons 7, Marshawn Nealon 8, Justin Rogers 9. So I'm going to go 9 on the defensive line. Okay. 9 on the D line. Okay. So we got 3 quarterbacks, 2 running backs, 1 fullback, 6 receivers, 3 tight ends, 10 offensive linemen, 9 defensive linemen. So that's 3, 5, 11, 14, 24, 33. So we're at 33. Let's hit the linebacker spot. Linebackers. So your linebackers to me are going to be Maris Lafau. That's your draft pick. Demarion Overshown. Dog. I like Maris too. Eric Kendricks. Good stability. Damian Wilson. I love that they brought Damian Wilson back, but I don't think he makes the team just because he's older and unless it's special teams. I just feel like they're going to go young. Damone Clark. Yep, draft pick. And Willie Harvey. So here's the thing about Willie Harvey. I think they really like him. I watched him yesterday. He's a big dude. I think he can play special teams for you. I think they really want to give him a chance. And if I had a choice between Willie Harvey and Damian Wilson, I'm going to go with the Harvey kid for youth. The size, the athletic ability, I just feel like he's going to have more to offer than Damian Wilson, who's already been here and done that. And what does really Damian Wilson really do for your team? Does he move the needle? I don't think so. I think Willie Harvey, we don't know if he moves the needle, but I think he's better. So we're looking at our linebackers. You got Maris 1, Overshown 2, Kendricks 3, Damone Clark 4, Willie Harvey 5. I don't think they go 6. I don't think Damian Wilson makes it. Now, so we got 5 linebackers. That'll take it to 38. Let's go to our cornerback position. Trevin Diggs. Oh, we know about that. Jordan Lewis, Deron Bland. We know about them 3. Then we know about Kalen Carson, the seatbelt. That's 4. And then they just traded for the Booth kid. So I know he's going to make it. If they traded for him, he's making the squad. That's 5. Who's the 6? Does the 6th one make it? We got 33. If you got 5, that's 38. That's 39 because you're fullback. So you got 39. 39 with 5 corners. Does Eric Scott make it? Maybe he makes it because he's a draft pick, but I don't see any other corners that did anything for me. Those first 5 I mentioned, that's it. I don't feel like anybody else on the team is going to do anything. So, if you got 34, and then you got 5 corners, 34, that's 39. Right? And then let's go over to safety. I'm going to put Mukamo as a 6th. Mukamo. So if I do Mukamo as a 6, that would be 40, right? That'd be 40, right? 3, 5, 11, 14, 24, 33, 33, 38, 38, 44, 40, 45, right? 45, right? Mm-hmm. So we're at 45. So then let's go to safety position. We have 45, I believe. So here we got, I'm putting Wood on the team. I don't care what y'all say. So Julius making the team for me. I know they're probably not going to have him on making the team, but I don't care. I'm putting him on squad for me because they already got a pick, daggone it. So Donovan Wilson, Malik Hooker, Marquise Bell turned up, Juwanye Thomas, love him. Julius Wood, yeah, I'm putting him on the damn team. That's right. I'm putting him on the team. You could put Mukamu as a corner, move him down, make him the sixth corner, and put Juju as the fifth safety. Now, I know, you got four safeties already on the team. You put him on the team because if you cut him and try to make him go through waivers, somebody's picking him up. Don't do my mans like that, dog. Come on, Cowboys. It's meant to be for Julius Wood to be on your team. Don't make that mistake. Y'all did with Isaiah Lamb, right? Remember what y'all did with Isaiah Lamb? Don't cut this man because he ain't going to go through waivers. Just keep him on the roster, 53 man, then stash him. It'll work for you. He'll be the future. Julius Wood, he lays the wood. Don't do that. He already got a pick in the first preseason game, was undrafted. Come on, fam. Don't play with my peoples. Don't play with my peoples like that. You saw what he did. So we got 45. Then you add the 5. That's 50, right? Mm-hmm. That's 53-man roster. Now I got 3 for you. Trent Sig, your long snapper. Brian Anger, your punter. And your kicker will be Brandon Aubrey, who's a dog. That's 53 right there. There we go. So let me just say it again. Quarterbacks, 3, Dak, Cooper Rush, Trey Lance. Running backs, 2, Ezekiel Elliott, Rico Dowdell. Fullback, 1. Receivers, 6, CD, Cooks, Tolbert, Jalen Brooks, Turpin, Flournoy, because he's a draft pick. Tight ends, 3, Fergie, Schoonmaker, Stevens. Offensive linemen, Terrence Steele, Zach Martin, Cooper Beebe, Tyler Smith, Tyler Guyton. Your backups, Brock Hoffman, TJ Bass, Asim Richards, Nathan Thomas, and Chuma Aduga. 10. Let's go down to your defensive linemen. D-Law, Chauncey Golston, Mozzie Smith, Carl Davis, Justin Rogers, Osa Okodozua, Fehoko, Michael Parsons, Marshawn Nealon. Linebackers, Maris Lafayette, Demarion Overshown, Eric Kendricks, Damone Clark, Willie Harvey. Corners, Diggs, Lewis, Bland, Carson, and then Israel Mukamu. Safeties, Wilson, I said Deron Bland too. Wilson, Hooker, Marquise Bell, Wanye Thomas, Julius Wood. Specialists, Aubrey, Anger, Sig. There it is. There it is. So the video may went a little long. Not too long. Play the whole damn thing. It's a good video. So that's what's going to work right there. So that's my 53-man roster. On the fly. Straight off the top of the dome. Just looking at the roster. I didn't want to talk about the game. I'd rather talk about rosters. So that's my 53-man roster. Off the top of the dome. Just looking at I just looked at the unofficial depth chart. And I just started picking them who I thought. Because I think most of the team is already settled and set up. They just add a few additions here and there. But for the most part, this team is set up. Now, before I get off of here, 3 things I like. Need to add a running back with speed. Sorry, need to add a back. Defensive tackle. I'm just not sold on Carl Davis, Mozzie Smith, and Justin Rogers. May bring another veteran in who's been there, done that. You might need to do that. The edge, I'm sorry. You lost Dorrance Armstrong Jr., you lost Dante Fowler, you lost Sam Williams to a season-ending injury. And I'm sorry, I didn't see the pressure. I don't see the juice. DeMarcus Lawrence, he can get to the quarterback, but he's a pressure guy. He's not sack guy. And then you know what Parsons does. But where's else? Now you're relying on Marshawn Nealon. He's still a rookie. Who else is out there that's really going to take a hold? Fajelko? I don't think so. I don't think we got somebody on the roster right now that can really, they got Muhammad. Not buying it. Shaka Tony. I'm not buying it. So I think you need to go out there. I put out there Hassan Reddick. He mad. He wasn't traded for the Jets. Go get him. Also, Matthew Judon. You can do it. You can make it happen. Y'all can finagle for a couple years, make them deals, but y'all ain't going to do it. Cowboys don't do that, so I just throw it out there. But that's my 53-man roster. That's my thought. Watch the whole video. Think you're going to like it. All right? Big Game James, I'm out. Got a new show coming up with a good host. Make sure you tune in for it. Think you're going to like it. You know what it is, though, tomorrow. Final word, Burgers and Blitzes, then the Big Star Show, and the Best of Enemies. You know how we do it. I'm out.